Tributes continue to pour in from all across the globe for the Queen. President Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden visited the British Embassy yesterday after the Queen's death was announced. They signed the guest book and paid their respects. President Biden now says he plans to go to the funeral, but that he hasn't spoken to King Charles just yet. ABC News political reporter Brittany Shepard joins me now live with more. Brittany, good to see you. How significant do you think it is that President Biden is saying he will attend the Queen's funeral? The two have known each other for decades.
Well, it's not unexpected, Phil. I mean, President Biden's had a relationship with the British royal family for, like you said, for decades and decades. But I do think it's emblematic of an enduring relationship between the two nations. I think it's often said that the relationship between the U.S. and the U.K. is a special one. And the person who was often the rock of what made that special was Queen Elizabeth II. And you have to think about how many presidents, how much of the American presidency she was able to experience. She met 13 out of the 14 last American presidents, LBJ being one notable exception. And through all of the prime ministers and all of the presidents and all of the shuffling between that relationship domestically and internationally, how many fights that happened between our head of state and the British head of state, that relationship with the Queen, it endured amongst world wars, right? And I think there was a question during the last presidency that if America first meant America alone. And the White House is keen on making sure that that boat is steered directly in the UK's direction, for them to know that the U.S. is not isolationist, that they stand with the UK, and that they stand in mourning with the British royal family. It's layers of politics kind of all jumbled up together. But I think even personally, Joe Biden wants to be a man known as someone who connects with grievers, someone who's there for his friends and his family, and the British royal family is kind of no exception that he's willing to make that reach out across the pond.
President Biden, as president, as vice president, as a senator, and even before, has obviously known the Queen and her son, who is now king. It says he hasn't spoken to the new king just yet, which is sort of understandable. He has been busy with grief and with his family. But when the two do connect, what can we expect from that conversation and the relationship moving forward?
I think a lot of that will be on, I almost said Prince Charles, to get used to this now, King Charles, to lead that relationship. There's a lot of talk about the kind of Queen Elizabeth was. She was public in the sense that she met with as many leaders as possible. She made one of the first public addresses of a British monarch in front of Congress, but she was very private, pretty much on what she believed about anything. King Charles is not that. They went from telegrams to tweets, right? And I think the large question is, what kind of king is Charles going to be? Is he going to be a public king who is ready to interface with other public leaders about what he cares about, especially when it comes to being a leader on climate change? He has spoken with Al Gore in front of other public leaders, saying that they must look to nature and work very emblematically on getting legislation through the gate. I think Joe Biden would be very welcome to hear it. But if King Charles takes the same task as his mother, well, then I don't think that relationship will be anything beyond ceremonial. And I think there's so many factors up in the air, and it's up to King Charles to decide if he wants to modernize or stick to tradition.
Brittany Shepard, it is definitely the beginning of a new era. Whatever that era brings, we will have to see. We do appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.